Good morning, everyone. How are you all doing? Hope you're enjoying a bit of sunshine today. If you have, I've got nice blue skies for the first time in what feels like ages, and it's June. So good morning. Hope you're having a nice day. And welcome to this live webinar that's being organised as part of the Humber Apprenticeship Showcase powered by SpringPod. So a few housekeeping bits before we do get started in this webinar. This talk should last around 45 minutes, taking us to 10:45-ish. Don't forget to use the Q&A function to ask questions throughout, so you can ask them as soon as you want to throughout the talk, and we would love to answer them for you if we can have some time at the end. So due to the number of questions sometimes that do come through, we can't always answer every single question. So if you saw a question that you wanted to ask, make sure to use the upvote function because we can ask the most popular questions. I'm sure if you've done any SpringPod webinars before, you've heard all of this a million times. And finally, if you do miss this webinar or you need to leave halfway, then no problem, because we'll be recording it and you can come and watch it whenever you want within the next 24 hours. So in today's webinar, we're going to be talking about HETA, and joining us to talk about HETA is Kaylee Dixon, who you'll see next to me, who's a schools engagement administrator, and she has a presentation for us. So hello, Kaylee, how are you doing?
Hello, I'm great, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. So yeah, I'll let you get on with it, I reckon.
Great, thank you. So thank you for everyone who's attended today. Obviously have joined to find out more about manufacturing and the engineering industries. And we are here today to discuss, obviously, apprenticeships. Now, if you do or don't know much about HETA, today I will be introducing you to the company, what we offer, and how we guide learners during their apprenticeships. Now, a little bit about me. Now, I'm a massive advocate when it comes to apprenticeships. I am currently on my second apprenticeship, so I really see the benefit and importance of them. Now, I left school, I went to college and did my A-levels, found that studying in a college really wasn't for me. The theory work wasn't something I really could get grips to. So I actually had a part-time job and found that working was really enjoyable. I loved earning the money. I loved speaking to people. So I decided to go down the apprenticeship route. So I've gone down the business apprenticeship route, and now I am currently doing a digital marketing apprenticeship also. So there are a wide range of apprenticeship opportunities that are available, and obviously this event today is a perfect chance for you to find out what opportunities are available for you. Now, what actually is an apprenticeship? So an apprenticeship is basically designed to do that specific on-the-job training. It's a perfect chance to earn while you learn, but alongside that, you will be earning a level 3 qualification as well. Now, if you've earned your GCSEs or if you're currently working towards that GCSE, it is a level 2 qualification. So that level 2 qualification, you can progress onto your level 3, which could be A-levels or an apprenticeship. So they are no better or worse than each other, because I found at school and college that apprenticeships were all about doing this dirty work, and I didn't know much about the qualifications, but they are a really significant way of learning. So they're suited to those who kind of have an idea of what type of route they want to go down. Now, I say this, although I found I had no idea what route I wanted to go down, but it's a perfect stepping stone into a career, and what type of career route you want to go down. But overall, and as that last bullet point says, it's a direct route into employment. So why choose an apprenticeship? Now, there's a huge demand for apprentices. I've put a few facts and figures on there, as I do like a good statistic. On there is one last year in June, 300,000 people started apprenticeships. Now, as we was in a pandemic, that's still a massive demand for apprentices, and that is constantly increasing. So employers want to find employees with that real world experience and that fits that job role and that job description. By having that experience and learning on the job, you are most likely to be taken on by that company and work for them for a significant amount of time if that's something that you wanted to do. But essentially, apprenticeships are just like college. However, it's full-time work experience, but you're also earning the money alongside that. Now, if you're not familiar with HETA, we are an engineering training provider. We train apprentices in a range of engineering specialisms and trades, which I will talk about shortly. But engineering is basically about turning those ideas into reality using a range of skills, most commonly maths and science, but other ones including your English, your problem solving, your employability skills like leadership and communication, but as well you've got your physics and your design, computing. So we work with over 350 companies across the Humber region, and we work with them companies to help them find an apprentice, but we work with our learners to actually secure the employer as well. So we basically provide the opportunity to get a trade whilst in employment and whilst earning that significant salary. Now, coming up, I do have a video for you, and this is just basically to give you an idea of what a day in the life of a HETA apprentice actually is like. So we will get that up shortly for you.
Is it not wanting to load?
I believe that the administrator was going to pop up the videos as well.
Ah. Oh. Nope. Hopefully we can get this working.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm happy to move on if we can't get them loaded. So actually, how do you use engineering? So what actually is engineering? So engineering is the study of using scientific principles to design, build and maintain machines and structures, as well as many other things. But we use so many products and services on a daily basis that actually has involved engineering. Now, I'm sure we've all used a mobile phone at some point today. We work with a company called EPSHB. They're a power station in Grimsby that supply the electricity to our homes. If you've brushed your teeth this morning, we work with a company called Tronox. They produce a product called titanium dioxide, which actually is a white pigment that's in toothpaste, facial products, paints, papers. So anything that's white has this pigment in it. We also work with Yorkshire Water. Now, Yorkshire Water store the water to our homes cleanly and safely, and we have engineers who actually maintain that by doing electrical and mechanical engineering. If you've had a tea or coffee this morning, we work with Lincoln and York, and they actually maintain the coffee roasteries and produce this the coffee worldwide. Reckitt's, they're a company in Hull, and we have apprentices who work there. Now, Reckitt's have been very busy past the past year, and they actually create medical products, cleaning products like Gaviscon, Airwick air fresheners, and obviously all of the antibacterial wipes we've been using, the hand sanitizers, and any medical products we've needed during this pandemic. So they have been extremely busy, but we do have apprentices also working there. Croda, they produce pigments within beauty cosmetics, any fragrances, and Lenzing, they produce the fibres in our clothing. So already there, I've just named about 6 or 7 companies who have had a massive impact on our day, just leaving the home, leaving our house to go about our daily lives. So why choose engineering? A few more statistics for you. So 79,000 engineering related roles are to arise per year. So it's a really significant amount of roles that are available in the region. Altogether, 203,000 people with level 3 and engineering skills will be needed to meet that demand to 2024. As the population's increasing, as the demand of products are increasing, there's also that increase and demand for jobs. So again, what actually is engineering? As I've mentioned, the engineering includes a range of skills like your maths, your science and your technology. On this presentation, I have listed a couple of the engineering roles that are available through HETA and through a range of other training providers. And as you can see, there's very transferable skills on there. Designing and developing, they are transferable across a range of trades, testing equipment, solving problems, and of course using them key employability skills. So engineering isn't just a dirty job. There's a massive demand for it. The country are desperate for engineers, and there is a massive financial reward at the end of that. Now, engineering doesn't always mean heavy lifting. It means that you can actually, with the fast-moving tech world, there's a wide variety of engineering skills that are focused on within employers and employment. So that could be computers, electronics, within the renewable energy sector, creating sleek and components, including in manufacturing facilities. So I'm not an engineer myself, but it does seem like a very exciting, practical, hands-on role to go down. Now, we have 3 sites based across the Humber region, and we have one based our head office in Hull. We also have an office in Scunthorpe, as well as Stallingborough, which is close to Grimsby. At our sites, we offer a range of level 3 engineering apprenticeships. At all 3 sites, we offer electrical engineering, that's testing equipment, looking for faults within electronic devices. We also offer mechanical, which are all about working on motors and systems and mechanical devices, as well as multi-skilled, which is actually both combined. We also offer marine apprenticeships. We offer them across all 3 sites. And again, that is a case of doing a multi-skilled engineering, whilst also earning the extra qualifications which would be needed for a marine engineer when working out at sea. At our Hull site, we offer process operations. Process operations is if you've ever watched The Simpsons and seen what Homer Simpson does in the power plant, it's basically working on a process rig and transferring gases and oils from point A to point B, making sure that everything's working and moving safely. It's a high responsibility job. In Hull and Grimsby, we offer fabrication and welding. This is all about creating structures, welding metals together, things like building frames, as well as bridges. So anything quite creative, really, if you have that creative aspect and you're looking at creating structures and engineering drawings, fabrication and welding is a fantastic route to go down. And we also offer instrumentation as well. So instrumentation is very similar to the electrical, however, it's looking at them environmental changes within the industry. So how does the HETA apprenticeship programme work? I have seen a couple of questions already popping up about this, so some of these will definitely cover them. The apprenticeship programme is typically 3 years long. The first year is at HETA itself, so we're at the training provider, and that will consist of 4 days a week working in our workshop at HETA, doing hands-on practical skills, doing a range of trades, learning them skills very back from the basics, whilst that 1 day a week is in that classroom working towards that level 3 qualification. Now, we are consistent with how we are training and mentoring our students. We are making sure that they know the skills from the very start that maybe some others already knew, but we want to make sure that we are taking you all the way from the back to basics. The second and the third year of the apprenticeship programme will be working in your sponsored company, and we will go on to shortly how you can secure a company with us. And it is worth mentioning as well that through apprenticeship, higher education opportunities are available also. So it's probably, if you're at school or even if you're at college, sometimes that higher education, that university route is something that's quite daunting. It's not for some people, and I definitely found it wasn't for me. And if it's something that you are considering that you think later on in the line you would like that higher qualification, apprenticeships do offer that also. Now on here I have put that route, so working from GCSE, progressing onto that apprenticeship, and you can get higher qualifications as well. So on here we have our Higher National Certificate. Now this is a 2-year long programme equivalent to 1 year at university, which is a level 4. And we have our Higher National Diploma, which is a 1 year programme and equivalent to 2 years at university. So this level 4 and level 5 qualification overall is equivalent to 3 years at university and will be the minimum requirement often needed to progress on to management within a company. So it's definitely worth considering, and the benefit to these as well is that the company will often sponsor the apprentice to go on to these qualifications. So the company will pay for you to have these qualifications. According to the Gov website, the average student debt is about £50,000 nowadays. So if you're working full-time, earning a qualification, earning a wage at the same time whilst getting a degree debt-free, it's definitely something worth to consider. Now, here are some of the companies that we work with. We work with over 350 companies across the Humber region. Hopefully you do recognise some of them. Now we have some in the manufacturing industry, food and drink, energy and utilities, packaging, gas and oil also. So we are like a college. We do support our students. We support our students in a range of ways, including travel and transport, that personal support, making sure that you are doing okay on this apprenticeship, where is the extra support you need. Our instructors are qualified mentors, so making sure that you are being mentored throughout your qualification and in the workshop. Health and lifestyle, so we have a guy called James who is constantly making sure that our learners are fit and healthy. It's a case of standing 8 hours a day during this qualification, and it can be a massive shock to the system. As well as employability skills. These are really key within any industry, making sure that you're able to communicate confidently, that you have them teamwork skills, as well as them extra ones, so like being on time, presenting yourself in a professional manner. These are what we'll be working on throughout that whole first year training. Now, if you are interested in a HETA apprenticeship, our applications are still open, and we will be closing them shortly, and I will mention that just shortly. So how you can apply is we have a 6-step application process. Now, 6 steps might sound like a lot, but you will fly through them and they are really important. We get about 800 applications across the year and we can only take on 200 learners. So we need to make sure that you are fully up to our both ours and the employer's standards. So how to apply, you can visit our website, heta.co.uk, and we require grades 5 to 9 in your maths, English and science qualifications. And we will also ask for a bit of extra information, including a personal statement. Tell us a bit about you, why you're interested in engineering apprenticeship, so that we can actually analyse and have a look at your application to see if a HETA apprenticeship is right for you. Our second step is an engineering assessment. Now, it's labelled as an engineering assessment, but we are assessing them English, maths and problem solving skills. So making sure that you are working towards that minimum requirement that we do ask for. We are no longer hosting our open evenings. However, we will be sending you some live information, including a presentation very similar to this one, as well as our apprenticeship prospectus and some links to our YouTube videos as well, so site tours. Everything has been virtual this year, so you're not missing out on anything. And if you do have the chance to secure a HETA apprenticeship, we will make sure that you have a look around the site beforehand anyways to make sure it's right for you. Step 4 is our interview. So you will have a one-to-one interview with a HETA manager. We are doing these face-to-face now. So this will be your chance to actually have a look at the facilities and as well as sell yourself. So have a look at them job descriptions, what employability skills are required from you. Make sure that you're explaining your employability skills and giving evidence of when you've done these as well. Next is our company open day. Now, if you want to attend our company open day, you must apply by Friday, the 25th of June this month. Okay, so our company open day is basically your chance to actually engage with our employers, find out what job vacancies are available, see what a day in the life at their company is like, see what they can offer you, if they can offer you them higher education opportunities. And if you are interested, you'll be able to register your interest in them and tick off your name. We will then send them, the company, your online application form, engineering assessment and your interview scores. And that's why that 6-step application process is really important, because we want to be able to send our companies all of that information. Now, this is a really important part, obviously, because this is how you will secure that apprenticeship. So when that company receives them CVs, they will then suggest company interviews. It may be a one-to-one, it may be group interviews. However, if we don't secure an apprenticeship, we also offer traineeships as well. So what is a traineeship? How does a traineeship differ from an apprenticeship? So a traineeship is the exact same programme. You are still earning that level 3 qualification. You are still working full time. You are still doing that first year programme in HETA, doing 4 days a week in the workshop, 1 day a week in the classroom. The only difference is you are not yet getting paid. However, we work with our trainees throughout the whole first year to make sure that they do get a placement, because we have employers coming to us all year round wanting to employ an apprentice from our trainees. We offer our trainees work experience, but overall they are still getting them key engineering skills. So last year we placed 131 learners into full-time employment. So we had a really high succession rate of that with our trainees. And this year we still have about 6 or 7 left, which is really positive, as we do have about 6 weeks, and most of them now, the majority of them are actually going on interviews this week as well. So just a bit of advice for you when you're going to interviews. It's something I wish I had when I was at school and college, and it's the simple things that we don't even think, we may think we know, but it's worth just elaborating on. So making sure you're arriving early and on time. There's nothing worse than missing a bus and being late and stressed. Even if you're half an hour early and you wait outside, just make sure you do turn up a little bit early so that you can sit and have a drink beforehand and think about your prepared answers for the interview. Dress smartly. As obvious as this is, it may not be to some people. We do have people come in trackies and stuff like that, but we do have them high expectations of how you present yourself professionally. Smile. It is known that within the first 5 minutes of an employer meeting you, they know whether they want to hire you. So smiling will make them feel comfortable as well. You don't know if the interviewer or the manager is nervous as well. This could be the first time they're doing it, so making sure you're smiling and giving a great first impression. Getting settled and ready to begin. So if they ask you for water, always say yes. It's a perfect chance for you actually, if you're worried of what you're going to say, you want to think about the question, you can have a sip of water and think about them answers. Take your time. This is definitely something I'm still working on. Rushing when talking is a bad trait I have. So make sure you are taking your time with your answers, slowing down your speech, having them pauses if you need to, and making sure you're explaining and giving evidence to them answers rather than just saying yes or no. And finally, ask questions. Always ask questions. An interview is a two-way process. You want to find out as much information as possible about HETA and the engineering programme, something maybe you're not too sure on, so ask them questions. As I've mentioned throughout this quite consistently, something important as well is employability skills. So here are just some keywords and phrases that employers look for on applications and CVs, as well as something you want to be mentioning in them interviews. So that can be communication, teamwork, but always try to explain them and give that evidence. So when have you used communication? Why is that important, and why does that fit that job description? So our expectations. We expect good grades in them key core subjects. So that's that English, maths and science at them grades 5 to 9s. You must have a determination to succeed. As I've mentioned, we have 800 applications and we only take on 200 learners. So it's that 1 in 4 chance of actually securing a place with us. So you must be determined to get through that 6-step application process. Having a mature attitude to work. Now, our learners are working on some dangerous equipment and machinery. We need to make sure that you will be mature once working with others and by yourself, that you have the highest standard of behaviour. And a willingness to learn. It's a very intense first year. The first year programme is 8 hours a day, working in the workshop, learning new skills. So you need to make sure that you're meeting our instructors' expectations and deadlines, because this will reflect when you actually go into employment. Now, if anybody does have any questions, feel free just to get them in there now. There was some video resources available throughout this presentation. However, I highly recommend following us on some of our social medias where we do upload these, and maybe check out our YouTube as well, which is HETA Engineering, and you'll be able to watch any site tours and actually see what a day in the life of an apprentice actually is. But if there is no further questions, I would just like to say as well, thank you all for your time and good luck with any of the your career options or apprenticeship options that you progress onto.
Thank you so much, Kaylee. We do actually, I've just seen we have got the videos. Would you like to play them now whilst we've got everyone? Because we've got enough time.
Yes, please. The first apprenticeship one would be fantastic. Thank you.
Admin, can you hear us? If we can play that video, that'd be great.
Hi, are you looking for a career in engineering and unsure on your next step? We are HETA, one of the country's leading engineering apprenticeship providers with sites in Hull, Scunthorpe and Stallingborough.
What makes HETA different is you're on a hands-on training environment and you're earning while you're learning.
It feels like an inclusive team.
Hi, are you looking for a career in engineering and unsure on your next step? We are HETA, one of the country's leading engineering apprenticeship providers with sites in Hull, Scunthorpe and Stallingborough.
What makes HETA different is you're on a hands-on training environment and you're earning while you're learning.
It feels like an inclusive team, so it's not just everyone's for themselves and you're all working. Like you've got an actual friendship group and the instructors as well, like you can feel like you can talk to them about anything. So even if you are struggling, you've always got like a big community to go back to.
So the first year of HETA we're completing a bespoke round robin engineering course covering different aspects of engineering, including electrical and mechanical. In particular with the mechanical section we've completed a range of hand fitting courses using different pieces of kit like pillar drills and lathes and milling machines, which is what I'll be using next year in company.
I'm a first year apprentice at HETA. I'm earning an engineering qualification while I'm here before moving on to Ideal Boilers, where I'll be working in research and development and earning a design qualification.
At the traineeship, you go through the same training, everyone does the same thing. The only difference is an apprentice is getting paid and has a job, but when you're a trainee, everyone's helping you to try and get a job and trying to make sure you get a good pay out of it. They get help from CV right up, so you get one-on-one mock interviews, so that'll help you every time you go into the interview. We'll build up your confidence skills and everything. And once you get at a further stage, then you'll be more confident and you'll feel like you can go and interview.
I'm Sean, I'm a mechanical instructor here at HETA. I'm involved in delivering mechanical maintenance, hand fitting to help the students learn a range of tools, and also a classroom environment. I deliver SolidWorks, helping the students understand engineering drawings. 10 years ago I was a former HETA apprentice where I was on the traineeship programme, and in the end I managed to secure a placement with Daifuku Logan.
Having an employer is good because it provides stability for your future, as well as giving you something to look forward to after HETA. It also makes you work harder during training tasks.
The reason for doing a HNC is because I want to hopefully move higher up within my company. A HNC is the minimum requirement to go up to management. The HNC works alongside our apprenticeship, usually by day release, so we work 4 days a week, and the last day, which can be any other day, is when we come to college.
It was really exciting getting my apprenticeship. Like getting into HETA, there was a lot of people trying to get in, only 100 spaces, I was one of them, and it was like opening a new chapter of my life, and getting Ideal, that's just made the chapter even better.
Oh, just me now. Fab, thank you very much for that video, Kaylee. Have you got any others you wanted us to watch, or was it just that one?
No, that one's perfect. So obviously that's a perfect chance for those who are actually watching today to watch what a life at HETA was really like. It's obviously a really practical route to go down. We had Georgia in there, and today is actually International Women's Into Engineering Day.
Love that.
So we do have a good percentage of females as well. About 10% of our learners are actually females, so we are constantly trying to encourage that as well. And as well, our final learner on there mentioned about there being only about 100 places. That was for just Hull. So it is quite a success story when somebody does actually secure an apprenticeship through HETA.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Well, thank you so much. That was so interesting to hear about that. I'm just going to say sorry. We had a couple of technical issues with that video then, but I'm hoping everyone could still hear it. Anyway, so sorry about that. But thank you so much, Kaylee. You've covered so much in your talk, so that's been really, really helpful. So guys, if you are interested in seeing some more, we've on the screen now, you're able to see all the different places you can find HETA. So that's the end of the webinar, really. That's a wrap on this session. So thank you everyone for watching. We really appreciate your time, and of course, Kaylee, we appreciate your time as well. It's been really nice to hear from you. So guys, if you are going to apply, good luck, of course. And thank you for watching.
I've noticed we do have a couple more questions as well.
Last minute questions are always. Someone's asked, how many females do you hire?
So we hire as many as possible. Obviously, if they are being successful throughout that entry requirements and that application process. Obviously, with us taking about 200 learners, and we do average about 20 learners per year across all 3 sites. This year we have 2 females just at the whole site, which is less than usual. However, the advice that they always give is that nothing's ever different. They never get treated any different. Obviously, it's very nerve-wracking to start because these 2 females actually started alone and didn't know each other. But they are now the best of friends and best of friends with all of the other learners as well.
Oh.
So we do try to encourage as many females as possible because it's a really good career route to go into.
Yeah, perfect. And last question, when do the applications open?
So our applications are still open. We are actually closing them for our company open day this Friday. So if you are looking to secure an apprenticeship with an employer, my advice is getting that application in as soon as possible so that you can attend the company open day in July, speak to our employers, find what apprenticeship opportunities are available. However, if you do apply after that, there may be the possibility of offering a traineeship. However, we have had so many applications so far, so we can't guarantee anything at the moment.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much. I'll give a couple more seconds to see if any questions come through because there was none. I ended it and then there's more comes through. So I think that might be the end of the questions. I'm just looking, giving it a few seconds, but no, I don't think so. So thank you very much again, and thank you everyone for watching.
Brilliant. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.